Did you know that nearly 80% of people admit to sabotaging their own success, often without even realizing it? Whether it's procrastination, perfectionism, or impulsive decisions, self-sabotage is a silent thief. It doesn't just steal progress, it steals peace, purpose, and time.
Timeless.
Welcome, my friend. If you found this video today, you're not here by accident. You're right where you need to be. Whether you're having a rough day, a rough year, or just feeling like you've approached your crossroads, I want you to know you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. You're human, and you're strong. Today, we're going to talk about why we sabotage ourselves, how to recognize it, and how to begin, little by little, to reset, realign, and take action toward a life beyond limits. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss more timeless conversations like this. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman I mentored some years ago. People would often tell her she was beautiful, especially her hair. It was long, flowing, radiant, but inside she didn't feel beautiful. She felt like she didn't measure up. Every compliment felt like a lie. And so after a long battle with herself from within, she'd walk into a salon, sit down and say, "Just chop it all off." It wasn't about style. It was about pain. It was about control. She'd regret it later, of course. Month after agonizing month, she'd wait for her hair to grow back. But the cycle would repeat, because the real issue wasn't her hair. It was the story she told herself when she looked in the mirror. That's what self-sabotage looks like. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's disguised as starting over at zero. But it's often rooted in poor emotional regulation, low self-worth, or fear of being seen. And I've lived it too. I've made impulsive decisions. I've burned bridges I later wished I'd crossed. I've stared at my own reflection and wondered if I was enough. That's why I speak with authority. Not because I read it in a book, but because I've walked through the fire. If you know someone who's going through this, someone who keeps sabotaging their own peace, their own progress, please share this video with them. It might be the lifeline they didn't know they needed. Self-sabotage shows up in many forms. Procrastination, meaning delaying what matters most. Perfectionism, setting standards so high you never begin. Impulsivity, making rash decisions to soothe temporary emotions. Negative self-talk, reinforcing the belief that you're not worthy. Over-committing, saying yes to everything and burning out. Avoiding intimacy, pushing people away before they can hurt you. But here's the truth. These behaviors aren't flaws. They're signals. They're your soul's way of saying, I need healing. I need clarity. I need wisdom. So tonight, I want you to stand in front of a mirror, not to judge, not to criticize, but to speak truth. Say this out loud. I am not my past. I am not my mistakes. I am worthy of peace, progress, and purpose. Then ask yourself one question. What am I afraid will happen if I succeed? Write down the answer. Sit with it. That's where your healing begins. That's where your life reboot starts. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are not too far gone. You are at your crossroads, and you get to choose what happens next. You don't have to leap. Just take one step, little by little. That's how we build a legacy. The most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves in silence, but the most powerful truths are the ones we whisper back with courage. Once again, as we close, Thank you for spending this time with me today and staying to the end. I hope this message found you in a place where it could plant something good, something lasting. If this helped you, or if you know someone who needs it, please subscribe to the U-Tree Legacy channel. Like the video and share it forward. You never know whose life you might impact. Check out our links below for self-help tools and books written by professionals who've been in your shoes. There's no judgment here, only support. Until next time, stay grounded, stay growing, and remember, your story isn't over. We have resources, books, and tools, all created by people who've lived this struggle and found their way through. There's no judgment here, just understanding, support, and practical wisdom for the journey ahead. You're enough, you always have been. Now go live like you believe it.
Also, keep the momentum going. Check out the next discussion in our series on the timeline, as well as another one of our recommended videos. Thank you for spending time with U-Tree Legacy. For weekly inspiration and free resources, visit utreelegacy.com. You'll also find our latest blog and a free 7-day guide to help you start strong. See you again soon.